I've decided to edit the soundtrack that was originally attached to this particular recording in the light of huge assistance from the BHS, to which I'm monstrously grateful. This was a particularly nasty situation that I came across earlier on this year. The horses were in very, very poor condition, as you can see, desperately thin, and there had already been a casualty on the particular site, a fatal casualty that is. The wonderful local BHS officer took it upon themselves to take the situation under their wing and are now paying regular visits, having overseen the improvements, having overseen the clean-up, the nutrition, etc. And I have to say that the officer has been absolutely fantastic in terms of liaison. I have had occasional phone calls subsequently to my visit here, but it's been really good just to be able to ring this particular officer up, discuss it, and know that at the end of the day it's in a safe pair of hands. It's worth pointing out that these are absolutely not the Foss horses, and the problem of horse welfare or the lack of horse welfare is very much across the board in society. It isn't automatically one group or another group. These situations crop up all over the place. This footage is the start of the area which the horses have been frequenting. It was beyond belief what was actually lying on the ground. We've got loose wire, we've got debris of all sorts here. You can see a complete roll of barbed wire just lying on the ground there. Horses been walking over it, around it, etc. It really is beyond belief how a rational person could possibly allow this to go on. And yet sadly, this kind of a case is not, again, unique. Just heading over towards this block of stables here, I couldn't believe what was greeting me in the doorway. At the end of this plank here, just to the entrance of this sort of stable type field shelter, there was a protruding nail sticking up right in the entrance there. Just absolutely amazing. This proved to be actually quite common for this entire site. The amount of wood that was lying around with nails sticking up, it was just a total death trap. Just looking across here to this polytunnel, when I got over to it, it was absolutely thick with wood, with nails sticking up in it. And there was a sunken plastic container with a metal frame round it, one of the IBC containers, which again the horses have been stepping over, stepping round. And just again, just beyond belief was the continuous thing that kept coming through for me. You can see the container there sunken into the ground with the frame sticking up. So easy for a horse to put its foot right through that. But I have to stress again that the the BHS, the local BHS welfare officer, has overseen a full safety visit to the site and has overseen the improvements that were so desperately needed here. Here you can see, looking over the polytunnel, lots of broken bits of wood, corrugated iron. I very nearly ended up with a nail through my foot as I walked through this area myself. But you can see quite clearly the horses have been through it, over it, in amongst it. Gate lying down, just out across the field. I mean, chances are the horses would walk around it with a bit of luck, but clearly on this gate here, they've not. They've had to actually walk, or they've chosen to walk through it, whatever. And this particular nail, just coming around the corner of the polytunnel, was the one that very nearly got me as I exited that particular area. That one there. Walking along the fence line, again there were multiple traps waiting. Sort of tried to put a pole across that gate. Why not just pick the gate up? Why not remove the debris? Spinning around looking the other way. A roll of barbed wire sticking out into the field, which the horses have actually walked over and through. These kind of dangers would take such little effort in the great scheme of things to clear and get out of the way. This is the kind of stuff which I really believe needs highlighting, because it's so incredible, and yet it, unfortunately, in the great scheme of things, it's very common. This was the kind of pièce de résistance of the site. It's a very deep well which is covered by this insubstantial, unsecured frame. I hope this video has been a bit of an eye-opener. It certainly was for me, and it kind of sums up the whole reason for the campaign, battling to highlight these issues and trying to get something sorted as far as government is concerned. Thank you for watching.